Hello there, it's your favorite Uncle Josh, and I'm back with a review. I am. Yeah, I am. That's why you came. Yeah, it's number 11 of the Young Avengers. But before we start, why don't you take a listen to our sponsor's video? So as we come back, we see Kree and Teddy talking, and they're having a conversation. And basically this conversation is giving the backstory about how Anelle and Captain Marvel, who originally didn't have the name Captain Marvel, and I'm going to break this down because I pay attention to my MCU, to my Marvel. All right, y'all can crack me back. Okay, so the original the first person never had the name Captain Marvel was Marvel. Marvel died. And then his son actually was the one that told Monica Rambeau, shouts out to Teyana Paris, hey, you should go by Captain Marvel. I'm trying to separate myself from my dad, so you should have it. She's like, okay, appreciate the name. I'm a rock with it. I'm going to make it do what it do. And that's exactly what she did. Now, in this one, they're going around the backstory saying that, they got together. Eventually, they got killed because, folks be hating. Folks don't want people to be in love. You all green and all, and you all pasty white. Let them be together, y'all. Let folk love each other. 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 Because what does they love got to do with you? What does they love got to do with you? Anyway. So they got together, and then so he's found out he's half Kree, half Skrull, but they're claiming him as Kree because his dad's Kree, and of course his dad was the king, his mom was the queen of another people. However, those folk hate each other. You ain't slick, Stanley. You ain't slick. I see what you did there. But anyway, they end up going back and forth. They end up fighting, and then they end up beating up all the Kree people because Kree people are jerks. You've seen Captain Marvel. And then as they're being put to sleep, Tommy wants to blow them up, but they're not going to let him. So then they go into a different, they go into the spaceship that Vision controls, and then they take their shoes off running. Then Billy is trying to heal the Skrull that killed Teddy's mom. Y'all, I wish I might heal somebody that tried to kill my mama. I wish I might. Anyway. Teddy is also getting around the backstory to see what this is about. Like, so you mean to tell me that they were together? What happened? People didn't want them to be together, y'all. We hate each other. And on top of that, I kidnapped your mama. And it's so funny, too, that then he ends up going to say that, his dad is the legendary Captain Marvel, first one. Monica second, Carol third. And then and then he says it's very interesting. He says the ironic is that he actually kidnapped Marvel and the Scarlet Witch, and then now their sons are actually helping me. And he goes on to tell a story about how about the Scarlet Witch was desperate to have kids, so in her reality warping powers, she was successfully able to pull out 2 lost souls and create kids. These 2 lost souls just so happen to belong to the devil, but we're not going to talk about that one. We're not going to talk about that. I want to, but we're not going to talk about that. So then, something happened and she ends up losing the kids, and then so, she goes through this thing where she's killing everybody, and she even killed her own husband because of this. And then so Manifesto actually took the souls back. And then, however, because they had so much of Scarlet Witch's powers, they were able to kill him. And their souls were set free. And they actually went to 2 different families. Billy went to live in a fancy schmancy area. And Tommy did not. And Tommy did not. He lived on the rougher side. And then so they didn't see. And even and even Billy was like, Billy, they didn't cease to exist. It's us. Just like they said, it's the mage and even the Skrull guy said she gave birth to the mage and the speedster. And they was like, dude, it's obvious. It's us. Look at us. We look alike. I have magic, you're fast. Our names are even Tommy and Billy. And they said, who was your dad? Of course, her husband, Vision. And then they realized that they were hit by a Skrull warship. And then they had to cease fire because, Skrull and Kree don't like each other. They still don't. It's been how many centuries? And I really want just Jehovah God to come down here and be like, don't. And just let that be the end of it. But he was like, let me stay back here. Stay back here. What are you doing? What are you doing? And let me watch in the distance. And then he comes in when needs to be. So that's pretty much what it is. However, they're now going through this all-out battle. So basically, we're getting a battle. Teddy and Billy, and then of course the Avengers show up, and then they are like, "Yo, hold up there, partner. What are we doing?" That's our king. Skrull saying that's their king. Kree saying that's their king. Teddy's like, I don't want to be nobody's king. I just want to be on this earth. Remember that episode of That's So Raven, y'all? Where Raven found other psychics, and then they end up levitating her, and then her friends came in and said, let me go. She belongs with us. They're like, she belongs with us. She's like, I belong on the ground. That's what this reminds me of. I belong on the ground. And Teddy was like, I don't want to go with them. But then Captain America is really, whiny and needing therapy. And so he's like, I don't know. This is so difficult. Oh my gosh. Jesus be Maury Povich. That's just what it be going on. And then they actually tried to kill him. And then Patriot jumps in. I wouldn't have, no, I'm sorry. I couldn't do that. There is not enough money in the world that would have caused me to do that. Not no diamonds, rubies, and pearls that would have caused me to do such a thing. Not enough. None at all. None at all. And then so because of that, now they start fighting, and that's the end of it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and share, and share, and share, and come back.